Hello everybody, welcome back to the show. It's the Gooner Tokes with me, Tokes. It's Friday again. That means it's time for another match preview. We are playing Sunderland tomorrow at the Emirates Stadium. Time for revenge after that last-minute equaliser that they scored against us earlier in the season. Gonna get into my whole squad prediction of the scoreline, all that lovely stuff. But before I do, you know what to do. Like, share. If you're new here, subscribe, all that lovely stuff. And let's get straight into it because it's the chance for another massive 3 points tomorrow. And we're playing before Manchester City, who have a tough game against Liverpool. So it's a really good opportunity to put a little bit more distance between us and them. We had a fantastic midweek, knocking Chelsea out of the Carabao Cup semi-final, making it to the finals ourselves. We're going to be playing Manchester City in that one. We'll worry about that when the time comes. But it's time to turn our attention back to the Premier League. Sunderland. I want to win, yo. That was a last-minute equaliser. That one still hurts. I still remember my reaction to that. Granit Xhaka, how you going to do us like that? You're supposed to help us out. Ex-player and all that. But that's okay. We can take care of business ourselves tomorrow. And obviously Sunderland are in a little bit of a different position now than to what they were when we played them. When we played them, they were flying high. They were like unbeatable. They were winning so many games and really collecting a lot of points. And they've continued to do well this season. I'm not going to lie. They sit in 8th place, top half of the table. Don't forget, they just got promoted this season, right? It's their first season back, and they have been phenomenal for a team that have just been promoted. Granit Xhaka, shrewd signing. He's a leader, right? And he has helped Sunderland develop that mentality where they feel like they can compete with anybody in this league. At least they'll give it a damn go. So fair play to them. But they're coming to the Emirates Stadium tomorrow, and we don't lose very often there. In fact, we've only lost one game recently, and that was to Man United a little while ago, a couple of games ago. Less said about that, the better. That won't happen again. Lightning ain't gonna strike twice. We have got to make our home a fortress. That's what I'm talking about. 3 points is what we need. So, how do we do that? We put out a strong team, that's how, because the next game after this is Wolves. Let's face it, Wolves ain't all that, and we should be able to deal with that one pretty easily. And then after the Wolves game, we've got Wigan in the Cup. So we got a chance to rest a few players in the next couple of games. So I think we're going to go pretty strong in this one. And I feel it's going to be the return of King Kai after getting that last-minute clincher against Chelsea. Pointing to the badge, he's a gooner. He's so happy being at Arsenal, being in a place where he's loved and appreciated. And the bond the guys have, the celebration of that goal, making it to the final, I feel like this is going to push us forward. That the players must be full of confidence. It's the first time they've reached the final together. Yeah, this group of players that Arteta has put together. So they're going to be hyped. They're going to be feeling on top of the world. And they're going to be ready to get 3 points in this game. So let's take a look at the starting 11. Obviously, David Raya is going to come back into the goalkeeping position. Kepa started midweek. I actually wanted Raya to start in midweek because Kepa had a shaky first game. But, I mean, he wasn't even tested in the end, really, by Chelsea. So he had an easy day at the office. But Raya, back in his rightful position. Expect him to get a clean sheet. But we'll get into predictions later. I would keep Timber in as right back because I think we can maybe play Ben White against Wolves and maybe again at Wigan. So I think I would keep Timber as a starting right back and, you know, keep some solidity in defence. We kept a clean sheet. It looks like we're getting back to our defensive best, which is brilliant because at the beginning of the season, no one could score a goal. You couldn't even get a shot at Arsenal, and so we're getting back to that solid defence, which is fantastic. Obviously, that's all built on Gabriel and Saliba, so expect them to start. And then, like I said, we can start maybe putting in Mosquera or Hincapié in the next couple of games when we're playing a little bit easier, you know, competition. No offence to Wolves, but you're having a tough season. So demand them in centre half positions, Saliba, Gabriel. Then left back, Calafiori. Let's get him back into the fold. Don't forget, he was the one that was starting the season, and he's had his, problems with injuries. As he does get a few injuries in a season, but I want to see him starting. I want to see him back in the starting 11, even though Nketiah ain't done nothing wrong. But I really love Calafiori. I think he gives us a completely different dimension. You'll find him popping up in the centre forward position. So put Calafiori in, let him get some minutes back into his legs and be ready for the business end of the season, which is coming up quick. In midfield, it's got to be Rice and Zubi, innit? Rice, phenomenal game, great assist for the clincher by Kai Havertz in the last game. Zubimendi, again, he looks refreshed, he looks recharged, and he looks ready to help push us to victory in this league. Do you know what I mean? So keep them two together, building up that partnership. What a strong midfield we have, and they can dominate most people. And we're going to need them playing against a midfield that contains Granit Xhaka. He ain't no fool. He weren't born yesterday. He's really experienced, really professional, and he's going to give us a bit of a tough time at the office. Make no mistake about that. Eze started in the last game, and I think Odegaard will probably come in for this one. It's neither of them have really found any consistency in their performances or in terms of their goals, their assists. So I think you've got to keep, trying them out and seeing what works. And I think Odegaard as the captain is going to come back in for this game. Further forward, it looks like Saka's still out. So, this game is going to come too quick for him. So I guess Madueke is going to have to continue in that position. We don't really have another option to come in with Saka out. So Madders is going to continue. On the left, I would have Trossard back in. Yeah, quality player. I think we're going to need his cleverness. We're going to need his experience in this game. So I think for me, Trossard is the one that should be starting on the left. And then through the middle, King Kai. King Kai needs to get back into that starting 11. Gyökeres has had a lot of opportunities. And now Kai Havertz is ready to go. He's fit to start. He came off the bench in the last game, scored the clinching goal. So let him start from the off in this one. I want to see him stretch his legs. He is our most natural finisher. He connects the play well. He's fast. And, you saw what he did in the last game. So I really want to see Kai Havertz starting and getting us scoring goals again. Let's get the front 3-4 players firing. I want to see a few goals in tomorrow's game. So bring Kai Havertz back into the fold. And that, for me, would be my starting 11, if you ask me. In terms of predicted scoreline, our defense is looking good again, And I think if we start with this defense, I think we can keep Sunderland out. We're playing at home. Let's be resolute, build from the back, and make sure that, we're keeping things tight. So for me, I'm going to go for another clean sheet. It would be 3 clean sheets in a row if that happens, and I'm here for it. Like I said, our defense looks strong again. So I'm going to go 0 for Sunderland. And in terms of what we can do going forward with Kai Havertz there, I think we could get a couple of goals. You know what? I think, especially because we didn't get the chance to stretch our legs really against Chelsea and go full flow at them, I think we're going to do that in this game against Sunderland. So, you know what? I'm going to say 3-0 for this. We keep them out at the back and we score a few goals. Expect Kai Havertz to get on the score sheet. For me, that's what I'm praying and hoping for, and that's what I predict for this game. 3-0 to match the 3 points that we're going to get and put the pressure right back on the other teams, because City are playing Liverpool. They're playing at Anfield. City haven't been great this season. They've been up and down. Neither have Liverpool, but Liverpool look like they're getting a little bit back to, the Liverpool of old. So it's going to be a cracking game on the Sunday. So if we can get these 3 points done tomorrow and I can sit back, relax and enjoy that game, I'm going to be a happy man, because we can really put some distance between us and Man City. I'm looking at you, Liverpool. Help a brother out. Do what you can do. But I'll talk about that in another video. But for me, this is my starting 11. I reckon it's going to be 3-0, keeping a clean sheet, scoring a few goals. I want to know what y'all think. Do you think Kai Havertz is going to be the one that gets the nod? I think he might be. I mean, he came on, got the winning goal against Chelsea. I think he's ready to go. Unleash him. And don't forget, he scored against Cairo as well. So put the guy in. Let him start. Tell me if you agree. And do you think The starting 11 I've put up is what it's going to be. What changes would you make? What do you think Arteta's going to do? I think it's going to be close to this. Maybe Nketiah keeps his place and we do more changes in the Wigan game and the Wolves game. But I think it's going to be more or less close to this. And 3 points. That is what we want. Nothing less will do. It's time to start, you know, like stretching our legs a bit. It's time to start puffing out our chest a bit. Like I said, that semi-final win is going to do wonders for the team. We're in a final. We can just park that for a little bit alongside the Champions League, refocus for the league, for the FA Cup. This is the bread and butter. I really want to win this thing. We had a bit of a blip with a couple of draws and the loss to United. We look like we're back on track. So let's keep the momentum going. Hey, let me know what your prediction is going to be. I want to see it in the comments, people. Don't forget to like, share this video, subscribe if you're new, all that lovely stuff. Help me keep growing the community. And hey, people, I will see you next time. But I reckon we win this game. Put some distance between us and Chelsea. Really looking forward to hearing what you think. Hey, have a great day, people. I will see you next time. Take it easy.